Hi everybody, Jillian here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little different in that I'm not going to be doing a process video where I show you how an entry comes together in my journaling Bible. Instead, I want to talk to you about how I'm using my Give Me Jesus journal from Life Lived Beautifully and how I'm incorporating this and using this as a tool in my quiet time, and then also to kind of help me with my Bible journaling. You know, when you get so excited about something or you've figured something out that works really well for you and you just get so excited that you have to share it with somebody, that's kind of how I'm feeling using this journal, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Maybe it's not on your radar at all, you've never heard of it. I only heard of it recently, but I want to just talk to you about how I've been using it and how I found it to be helpful to me. Plus, based on some of the comments I get, I know that some of you guys are wanting like a practical way to start Bible journaling, and this is the way that I'm really into right now, and it's really working out really well for me. I do want to say that I purchased this on my own. It was not sent to me. I paid for this. I think it was like $20 plus shipping, so this is in no way like a sponsored thing. This is my honest opinion and like honest appreciation for this journal and how I use it. So I just want to point that out also. So first of all, I'll show you the Give Me Jesus journal. It comes in two varieties, a 40-day journal and a 90-day journal. This is the 40-day, and it's just spiral bound, and it's got this beautiful gold foil cover on the front here. And it's got all of these pages to write down your notes and prayers and things like that. So in the beginning, I'll just open it up and show you guys really quick what it looks like. I'm going to link it in the description below if you're interested in checking it out or seeing more or like reading more about it. I'll go ahead and link the shop in the description so you guys can check that out more. So in the first few pages are just like how to explore the journal, how to use the journal, things like that. So Gretchen talks about the story behind it. She just like gives you some really good things to think about before you even jump in here. Like they have you pick a verse to pray over this journal. So there's different like questions in here that you can respond to, write down your answer, different approaches to studying the Bible. And then she breaks down how the journal is set up. So there are different sections and different prompts to help you with your journaling. So I'm going to open to a blank page here. I've been using this for about 3 weeks now. So I read my Bible on my phone, and then I keep this with me in my living room with a pen so that in the morning I can just grab it and my coffee and my phone and go onto the couch and read while my son is waking up and eating breakfast and stuff. So the journal is set up. There is a verse or quote and a verse here at the beginning of each day, and you get 4 pages per day, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so in the very beginning, they just have you document the date, the time, and the place, and then there are a few prompts here. Today I am grateful for, be still and know, drink deep from the well, so what scripture you're reading, and then there's some note space here. Then there is a part here, Selah, stop and listen, and then she talks about in the beginning of this journal like what each of these is for. Then on the back you've got some more space here to journal, and then there's an ask and apply section, which is my favorite. So a little box that says today I learned, today I will. And so it's kind of like what you learned and then the action item as a result of that. So that's been really fun. And then over here, this page, it says pray big, and there's usually like a scripture or a quote or something right here, and it's different every day. And then I just write my prayers out after I read through this and write my notes. And I don't always get to it immediately after I've done this section. Sometimes I come back to it. And honestly, some days I don't get to finish this. And that's it. It's just those 4 pages over and over again. And then when you get to the back of the journal, there's some more pages for notes and a place where you can document answered prayer, a heart check section, and that's it. So this is the 40-day journal. Like I said, I've got it linked in the description below if you want to go check it out. But I just found that this is so much easier for me to use in my quiet time rather than this blank notebook that I was using. So this is from Rifle Paper Company. It came in a 3-pack. There are 2 other similar designs to this that came with it. And I didn't finish using this, but this is what I would do. Like, this is where I would write down my prayers. And this is where I would write down, like, what I was reading. And just, like, some Bible journaling things before I actually got a Bible. So this to me is just like too much freedom. I need some more boundaries. So, and I know that about myself. I need boundaries. So this is just, it doesn't work for me. Like note taking in church, yeah, this is fine. But in my quiet time, it's so much more helpful for me to have these prompts and to kind of like move my reading along and to help me finish it out with a prayer and, you know, a place to record my action item. So I'm going to show you guys quickly how I've translated what I'm writing in my journal into my Bible. So that's funny because I just opened up to the page that this entry came from. Anyway, so here you can see my notes, and I was in Matthew 10 and 11, and then I wrote down some things like, okay, you need to study this verse 10:38. What does that mean? Go get a study Bible and really look into what this is saying. In the morning, I do this. I write down my notes, or I come to my desk here, and then I go to that page. So fortunately, I had several pages available in Matthew. I'm reading in Matthew. That's another thing. I'm just reading chronologically through the Bible. So the entire time that I've been in this journal, I've been reading the book of Matthew. And that's another thing that's really, really helped me is to just read a few chapters a day, like 1 to 3 chapters a day in the same book. So this is the entry I created. And so I took my notes. I studied chapter 10, verse 38. What does it mean to take up your cross? And then that's what I just used some alpha stamps that I've had sitting on my desk for the last several days, along with the element stamp. Like, I didn't reinvent the wheel for this at all. I literally took what I had laying around my desk. Like this heart sticker that's hanging out, whoops. This has been hanging out on my desk for a while. These are from Ellie's studio. So I just grab things that are within reach and like don't try and recreate the wheel every time. Maybe this won't work for you, but like I said, I'm just really excited about how this process is kind of like changing. Like I'm finding a new rhythm for my Bible journaling process, and I just am really excited and wanted to tell you guys. So there you go. Anyway, so like this is one entry that I did. So just take up your cross, and then what that doesn't mean and what that does mean, and that's it. And then I highlighted the verse, wrote the reference, and that's it. This was so fun to do. I had some worship music on in the background and like worked through this page, and then I went to the doctor because I had a doctor's appointment, and that was it. And then the next day, this one came together a little differently. These are the printables from the print and pray shop, and I had read this verse a couple days before I did this entry, and then when I saw the products, I was like, oh my goodness, that would be so perfect to use for this verse that I just read in Matthew. So I went back and created this little entry and then just journaled a little prayer here. So see, like super simple, and you'll see some of the same things repeated, like this black and white washi tape and my Faber-Castell markers that I used on the previous page. And then just keep going in Matthew. Here again is just like another one. I have my print and pray printables in this little berry box here, and so I just grabbed some that I saw like sticking out of the berry box and like stuck her down and then did my journaling. All of these stamps came from this same stamp set from Citrus Twist Kits. It's this one. So like all of the stamps on this entry came from this stamp set, and I just like didn't overthink it, and it came together pretty quick. The washi tape I grabbed from the berry box that I have storing some washi tape, you know, underneath my desk. On this page, I got a little more adventurous, thinking about doing a watercolor something on my channel coming up, so just played with some watercolors and then stamped down the verse that stood out to me most about the Transfiguration, and that was it. And for all of you guys wondering about watercolor bleed through, that's what the bleed through looks like. And I even prepped it with some cream acrylic paint. So I think this looks pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited to like find something to journal using the bleed through on this side. So this one is a little older. This one I think I did yesterday or the day before. So this was the parable of the wedding feast. The Wedding Banquet. It's actually on this page. I already had an entry here, so I just flipped it over, put some paint down, grabbed stickers that were right next to me, black and white washi tape, Faber-Castell markers, so like there's the same elements here. On the back, I had this brad that had these tags, that is holding these tags in, so In order to deal with that, I just put the washi tape down to like tape the brad in place and then was able to keep journaling. These two were already here. And then this is one that I did most recently today. I decided to pull out some of my scrapbook supplies. I've seen Shauna use this collection from Amy Tangerine a couple times, and I was like, hey, I have a lot of that. So I went into my stash and pulled out some of the same things that I had, some of the things that I had from that collection, including the thickers. And so I was using StazOn when I created this entry. This was totally copied from Bailey Jean Roberts. I had some significant bleed through with this black StazOn ink that I did not love on the back side of this. So again, I took that same cream acrylic paint, and you can see I just swiped a bunch of it down. There's still a little bit of bleed through, but it doesn't bother me. I can barely tell that it's there. Put some washi tape down. Again, I've got this washi tape like hanging out on my desk. Fussy cut some flowers, Faber-Castell markers, and then I like these thickers stare at me every single time I go into my alpha stash. So I finally used them, and that's it. And so again, I just journaled the thing that jumped out at me when I did my reading today in Matthew 23, verse 12, where he says, "For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." So he is talking to the teachers of the law here, but still something like good that I can take away from it. So that's what I did, and I just spelled out using alpha stickers here, humble yourself. Jesus said it, I'll do it. And that's pretty much it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this very different video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I have new videos every Wednesday and whenever I'm feeling inspired. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.